In today's lesson, I'm going to be showing you how to insert a table and create links in a Google Doc. Let's start first by looking at the assignment and what we are expected to do to pass this lesson. So first and foremost, up at the very top, it tells you that what you need to do is make sure your table fits onto one page before you download it as a PDF. This is going to be very important when we resize images. We're going to be inserting images into this table as well as links. So please pay special attention to how to resize images to make sure that our table fits on one page. Okay. It says here, just to give you a tip, that all images should be close to the same size. Use the corner of the images to resize them, not the top and the bottom or the left or the right. Let's look at our learning intentions. So what do I need to learn? Today you're going to be using Google Apps to create, collaborate, and share documents effectively. Specifically, you're going to learn how to create a table. You're going to learn how to insert an image. You're going to also learn how to insert a hyperlink or a link to a website. And we're going to be doing a little bit of research and content selection. For example, we're going to want to find a picture of the state bird of California. So we're going to research that. I will give you the website so you don't have to worry about that. Okay. Why do you need to learn this? Well, you're using productivity tools that you will use in high school and beyond. So this is a good exercise for you to learn for being a member of the digital community. We'll be learning, or the reason why you need to learn this is for effective digital literacy. So that you can learn how to organize your information. It's going to give you some skills in visual communication and research and critical thinking. And then finally, it's going to teach you just a little bit about the state of California, although that's not our main focus. Okay, so again, we're going to be creating a table that contains images and links that provide information about the symbols of your home state, which is California. These are all of the skills that we're going to be learning today. And this is the website where we will be finding our information. Let's make sure that we name our document. What you see here, this is the information that we're going to be typing into our table. And down at the bottom is how we will be submitting our work. And again, make sure your table fits onto one page before you download it as a PDF. Okay, so before we get started, make sure you have your desktop set up the way that you see mine here. We have our tutorial that you are watching, and we have our Google Drive open with that 2023 folder ready. So if you could go ahead and pause this tutorial and set up your desktop the way that you see mine here, and then we can get started. Okay, let's go ahead and open up that 2023 Intro to Computers folder. And we're working on My Docs, so I'm going to go ahead and open the My Docs folder. And we are going to create a new Google Doc. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to go to Google Docs. I'm going to select blank document. Okay. Before we do anything, we want to name our document, which it tells us down at the bottom here what to name it. Lesson 2.4 State Symbols. So I'm going to type that up here where it says Untitled Document. Okay. Now at the very top of our document, we're going to type the text State Symbols of California. So at the very top, we've written State Symbols of California. Let's highlight this by clicking and dragging our mouse. We're going to center a line. So I don't have my center align option here. I'm going to click on the More option, and I'm going to center a line. We're going to make it bold, so I can either press the bold here, or on my keyboard I can do Command B as a shortcut. And we want to change the font size to 24. Okay, so it is currently size 24, bold, and center aligned. I'm going to go to the end of the line and I'm going to hit return, and then I want to clear the formatting. So I'm going to clear formatting. And it takes me back to the left-hand side of my document, changes this back to size 11, and undoes the bold. So again, using the clear formatting sets me back to the default. So now what we're going to do is insert a table. So I'm going to go to the insert options, table, and it looks here like our table needs to be 3 columns. Columns go up and down. So again, columns go up and down. And we have here 6 rows. Rows go left to right. So columns go up and down. Rows go left to right. Okay. So we're going to have a 3 column, 6 row table. So I'm just going to click with my mouse, and there's my table. Okay, I'm going to type in the information that is on the assignment page exactly how I see it to move between cells. So these little blocks are called cells. To move between the cells, I'm going to hit the tab button just like this. Okay, so I'm going to type that information. You do the same. It's on the assignment page. All right, so you can see I've typed in all of the information that is on the assignment page, and I'm going to continue working. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to change the title up at the top for each column. So I'm going to click and drag my mouse, and you can see that it turns it blue. What I want to do is center align it. So I'm going to go to my more options again and center align. I want to change the font size to 14. 14. And I want to make it bold. So again, we have size 14, bold, and center align just for the first row. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is go to state flag. I'm going to highlight the words state flag. And I'm going to make it bold. Command B. Now what I want to do is I want to make all of these the same. So I'm going to use the paint format. Okay. If I click it one time, it turns blue, and that will, if I click and drag my mouse, make all of these the same as the first one. So let me show you that again. So I want all of my symbol text to be the same as the first one. So I'm going to click and drag my mouse to highlight it. And then I'm going to go up to this little paintbrush. I'm going to click it. And then I'm going to click and drag my mouse across the rest of the symbol titles. Okay, and that's the paint format. All right, so now we're ready to move on to adding images. Okay, so your document so far should look just like mine. So on our assignment page, it says the website for state symbols. Let's go ahead and right click on that. And we're going to open it in a new tab. So it's kind of loading. It might take a moment to do that. While it's loading, I'm going to drag it over to my other window here. So again, I can just click and drag this from window to window. Okay. I don't want any of this. Okay. So we're going to be looking for the state flag of California. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop and refresh this. So what we're going to be doing is entering in a picture or adding a picture and a link to that picture. Okay. So the first thing that we need to do is find our state. So on the left-hand side over here, we're going to select California. And we're looking first for the state flag. So I'm going to scroll down to where I see the state flag. There we go. And I'm going to click on it. Okay. So again, I found the state flag, and I'm going to click on the picture of the state flag. Now I want this picture in my table. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy the image. So again, right click, copy image. Now I'm going to go back to my table, and in the state flag image box, I'm going to paste it. Okay, I'm going to leave it exactly how it is for right now. I'm going to resize it later. So again, I went to the state flag image box and I pasted it. Okay. Now the next thing that we're going to do is include a link to this page. Now we want to make sure it's the flag of California page, not the California page by itself, the flag of California page. So I'm going to go up to the top to this address here, and I'm going to make sure I highlight it. And on my keyboard, I'm going to Command C. I can also right click and copy. And then I'm going to go back to my table. Okay. And where it says link, I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to, right click. And down at the bottom here, we have insert a link. So at the top where it says text, I'm going to type state flag with a capital S and a capital F, flag, lowercase o of uppercase C, California. Okay, so state with a capital S, flag with a capital F, O lowercase of, and then California with a capital C. And then in the second box, I'm going to right click paste. Okay. And now I'm going to apply. Okay. So when I do that and I click on it, you can see that it's going to take me to the page for the California state flag. That is what I am looking for. Okay, so I'm looking for it to be capitalized just the way you see mine here, and that when I click on it, it takes me to the state flag page. Okay, so I'm going to do another one for you, and then you can do the rest on your own, and we'll come back together to make adjustments to our images. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my California page, and I'm going to hit the back button, and now I want to find the state bird. So I'm going to go to the state bird, and I'm going to click, and then I'm going to right click, copy image, go back to my table, right click, paste. Okay, now he's kind of big, so I know that just this picture alone is going to make my table go to a second page, which I do not want to do. So I'm going to click on the picture of the bird, and I'm going to use the corner box to resize it so it's about the same height as my flag. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to the page for the California quail, and I'm going to highlight the text up at the top, the address, Command C, and then I'm going to go to my table, state with a capital S. Oh, no, sorry. Command K, or right click, insert link. For the text box, I'm going to write state bird of California, and then I'm going to paste the link. So again, making sure that it would take me to the California quail page. Okay, so now continue with the rest for the state tree, the state flower, and the state insect, and then we'll come back and finish the document so that you can submit. Alrighty, so at this point you should have all of your images entered into your table, and you should have all of your links. So let's first check our links because that's kind of the easiest. So make sure that each one says state flag, state bird, state tree, state flower, and state insect of California. The word state should be capitalized, the second word should be capitalized, and the word California should be capitalized. So these are things that I am going to send back if you don't do them. So to just make sure that you have your stuff capitalized correctly. I'm going to go ahead and click on them to make sure that they go to the object or the symbol and not the general California page. So state bird, state tree, state flower, and the state insect. So those all go where they're supposed to go. Now the next thing that I need to deal with is the fact that it goes onto 2 pages. So we need to resize our pictures. So I'm going to click on again the picture of the tree, and we're going to resize from the corner. So I'm going to click on the blue box that's in the corner, and I'm going to resize it. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for my poppy, and I'm going to do the same thing for the butterfly. And if it's still on 2 pages, then I need to go back and resize everything. Okay, so everything has been resized and they all fit onto 1 page. The table fits onto 1 page. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to center align it. So I'm going to click and drag my mouse. I like to start at the bottom when it's a picture. I'm going to click and drag my mouse so that it selects the center. You can also do it one by one. So I can click on the picture of the flag, and I'm going to go to more, and I'm going to center align. Okay, so again, I can center align this way, or I can click and drag my mouse, and I can center align this way. Okay, either way. So the things that I'm going to be checking for to make sure that you have done this correctly is we have our state symbols of California title at the top. It's center aligned, bold, and size 24. We have our title for each of our columns at the top as well. It's center aligned, bold, and size 14. The symbol names should not be size 14. They're size 11. Okay, but they are bold. And we do have our images. They fit on 1 page and they're center aligned. And then each of our links go to the page for the symbol, not for the state of California. Okay, and we have these capitalized. The first, the second, and the word California should all be capitalized. Okay, so once you feel like you've done everything, make sure that you check it over again. And once you've followed all of the directions, you're going to go to File, Download, PDF, and we're going to submit that PDF. So here it is right here. We're going to submit that PDF into Canvas. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my drive, and I'm going to go to my 2023 folder and my Google folder, and I'm going to put this in there. So after I have submitted my work in Canvas, and after I have organized my file into my Google Drive. I'm going to put this into the trash can, and I'm going to empty my trash. Okay. Once that's done, you're ready to move on to code. If you're waiting for me to grade something, just work on keyboarding until I've graded it and can tell you can move on to something else.